In this video, we're going to talk about how to take our corner extension kit and use it with our 4x2'x4 and 2x2'x4 reptile enclosures and add them together as a corner unit. And in this case, you can make a 10-foot enclosure, or you can use a 2x2'x4 in addition, and that would make an 8-foot enclosure. So we're going to walk you through both of those right now. Hi everybody, I'm Randy, and I'm the founder and CEO of Zen Habitats. And since 2017, we've made thousands of enclosures for happy reptiles and their owners. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for updates on other Zen Habitats products. If after watching this video you have any questions about assembly, please reach us at support@zenhabitats.com. If you already have one of our enclosures, make sure to join our Zen Habitats fan page on Facebook or tag us at Zen Habitats on Instagram. So first, let's go through all the pieces you need to make your 4x2'x4 corner extension kit. So first, we're going to start with building out the bottom of the corner extension kit. So what you're going to need are several of the pressure corners. So you're going to need one 3-prong pressure corner, 2 of the 4-prong pressure corners, 1 of the 5-prong pressure corners, and then you're going to need to grab 2 of the 22-inch aluminum frames that have a single channel at a 90-degree angles, and then 2 of the 22 inches that have a single channel on the opposite sides of each other. 1 bottom panel, that's going to complete that piece, and of course our handy dandy mallet just in case you need it. So what we're going to do is start with the very back of the corner. So this right here is going to be our back corner, and what we're going to do is take these 2 aluminum frames that have the single channel at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to line them up so that the fingers and the channels are all going the same direction. So this is going up, this is going up, this is going sideways, sideways. And we're going to go ahead and put those 2 together just like that. Same thing, opposite ended. So we're going to make a corner here. And again, I'm paying attention to those channels, making sure they're all aligned with each other. So just like that. Now what we want to do is start to build out the frame a little bit further. We're going to take one of the 4 prongs. Again, channels and fingers are all matching. And then there's 1 extra finger. That's going to be the connection to the 4x2'x4 that's going out the other side. So let me go ahead and get that in place. And then I'm going to take the single channel. And what I'm doing here is one of the channels is matching the inside here. So it's almost like making a U shape here. And that's where our bottom panel is going to go in. And the other one is going to allow us to connect to the other enclosure. So go ahead and get that together. And this is where we need our mallet. All right, so now I got the U shape. I'm going to take my panel. Great photography with my head behind the screen. There we go. And we're just going to slide it in like that. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment. And what I want to do here is build out that last piece. So this is going to come across just like that. So what I want to do is make sure this channel here is going to line up like that. And then again, I've got 1 channel going here, 1 channel going here, and then these 2 are going to go to the 2 other enclosures that are going to connect to it. So I'm just going to put this together first. And now I can go ahead and put this in place. And again, before I press down too far, I got these 2 prongs that are going to connect to 1 enclosure this way, these 2 prongs going that way, and these 4 are all going up. That's going to help support our framework. There we go. We got the base. Now we're going to go ahead and build the top screen, following the same exact steps, by the way. So now that I have the frame ready, we're going to slide in the screen, but I want to be very careful. I've got these 2 support bars, and ultimately I want these bars on the inside of the enclosure. So what means is these bars have to be facing up, just like these prongs. So I'm going to go ahead and slide it into place. I'm making sure that my screen, the bars, and the prongs are all facing the same direction. And then now I can add this. And again, you see, all the fingers are facing up. I've got 2 fingers going this way to connect to one enclosure, 2 are going the other way to connect to the other. And I can go ahead and put that together. Now we're going to build up the sides. Now that we're building up the sides of the 4x2x4 corner extension kit, we need to decide, are we adding 2 4x2x4s and making this a 10-foot enclosure, or are we adding a 4x2x4 plus a 2x2x4? So that's the combination. So if you are choosing to go with 2 4x2x4s, you want this double channel on one side, double channel on the other. That's going to go right here. If you are going 4x2x4 plus a 2x2x4, right? So you're going to make an 8-foot enclosure, double channel on one side, and then you're looking for the door locks for the 2x2x4 enclosure. A lot of numbers, but hopefully you figured out what I meant. So in this particular case, we're going to start with a 2x2x4. So we're going to use this piece here. I'm going to take this one, set it completely aside. So I have this piece. I have the short single channel at a 90-degree angles. 2 of the long double channels, or single channel at a 180-degree angle, so opposite sides. And then 1 longer piece, again, single channel, 90-degree angles. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to use this piece here, and I'm going to find the back of the corner, which is this one here. Everything's already connected. There's only 1 prong sticking up. This is the front because it has 3 exposed prongs. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it in place right here. Then we're going to take the 2 46-inch single channel on opposite ends, and we're going to go ahead and align it right here, 1 on this corner and 1 on that corner there. And what I want to make sure I'm doing is this channel is coming down and aligning here. The other channel is aligned to this finger, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get that one in place. Again, single channel, opposite ends. We're going to make sure the channels align here and align here. So it's going to go just like that. Now we're going to start building up the front of the extension kit for the framing. So I'm going to take the short 10-inch single channel 90-degree angle. I'm going to take the 4-prong, and I'm going to go ahead and line these 2 fingers up with these channels, 1 prong sticking up, 1 going down. So we're going to put that together. Now that this is connected, we're going to go ahead and attach it to the base of the enclosure. And what I want to do, again, is make sure that my channels and my fingers are all facing the same way. So there's a match here, there's a match here. Now that that's done, go ahead and put that in place. Now this is our door frame, and this is going to allow the sliding doors to fit on one side and the 2x2 swinging doors to fit on the other. And what I want to do again, so I just want to make sure that everything's going to match. Channels going with the prong, then the door side going with this one here. Go ahead and get that into place. And now I'm just going to slide in the 2 back panels. So now that we have the back panels in place, we're going to go ahead and attach the screen. And so what we're going to do is line this up. We want to make sure that the back is nice and clean here. We have the prong matching the channel here. Double prong here towards the front. That's matching the door frame. And then obviously this piece here. So we're just going to go ahead and line those all up, just like that. Get it all good flush. And there we go. Now we're ready to attach the other enclosures. To finish off the build of our corner extension kit, we actually moved it in place because it can be very hard for us to move from our studio. So we are in our reptile room, and what we're going to build out for this one is our 4x2x4, our 2x2x4, and our corner extension kit. First thing we had to do was remove the sides. We actually built them without the sides. So we removed the left side of this one and we built this one without the right side. And so now all of these prongs can align to the framework of the other enclosure. So let me just show you. If I take this enclosure here, we're going to have 5 points of contact. In the front, you have 3 prongs and 3 aluminum pieces. In the back, you have 2. And what we're going to do, probably off camera because it's a little bit of a struggle, and you're probably going to need some help with this to align everything and put it together. But basically, you just need to make sure you align all the pieces, all the framework across the front, and then you're going to make sure these slide together nice and neat. So let me go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll add the next component. So we went ahead and attached the 2x2 side, and what we did is we made sure that it's going to open this direction, and so the lock holes are on this side here. And now we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to align the framework to the channel on this side, and we're going to press it all together. The easy thing that we just discovered is if you use the wall as a base and you push in from the other side, it's a little bit easier to hammer everything together. So we're going to do that next. So we went ahead and added the 4x2x4, and as you can see from the whole thing, we've got the 2x2x4, the 4x2x4, the corner kit. So what we have to do now is put in this door. What we want to do is align it, the pins, to the top and bottom here, and then the locks are going to go over here. So we're just going to take this, take the pins, align it to a hole that's right there on the bottom, do the same thing over here. So now that that's aligned, the bottom's aligned, we're going to go ahead and do a nice tap on the top here. And then we can slide it and lock it in place. So the last part is we just need to install the 4x2x4 door. So we're just going to take this door here, slide it in the back channel, and lift up a little bit, drop it in the back channel on the bottom. Slide that one closed. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's going to go on the top first. So there you go. We have our 8-foot by 2-foot by 4-foot Zent Habitat's enclosure for you. So we showed you the corner extension kit with the 2x2x4. Now we're just going to show you how to attach the second 4x2x4. So all we're doing is making sure there's no left side to this enclosure, and we're going to, again, same thing, line up the fingers to the frames on all 5 points. Once I do that, I'm going to press the whole thing together and then attach the doors, and we'll be all set. So here we go. Okay, so we were able to line up all the frames and all the connector points, press the whole thing together, install the doors, and we now have this amazing 10-foot by 2-foot by 4-foot tall Zent Habitat's enclosure. So this is great for any of your larger species that need a lot of room. For us, we're going to put our juvenile red tegu in here, Rosie, and she's going to be living here for at least another year or so, and then once she's full size, we're going to upgrade her once again. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to us at support@zenthabitats.com. Thanks, everybody.